Welcome to our video on getting started with desktop EndNote. This is the first in a series of 4 videos which will take you through the basics of using desktop EndNote for referencing. In this video we'll be looking at accessing the software, creating a file or a library, an EndNote library, and then synchronizing with EndNote Online to ensure that you've got a secure backup for all your references. To use EndNote, come to the university's Apps Anywhere platform. You may be prompted to install some software to enable the platform to run. Once you've done that, you'll be able to search for the software you need, and in this case, search for EndNote. In most cases, you'll need the x64 version, so simply click on Launch. Once you've launched the software, it will install a toolbar in Word that talks to EndNote. And to actually open the software, you'll need to go to the Start menu, the Search menu on your computer, search for EndNote, and then you'll be able to set up the library, as I'll cover in a moment. The first thing you need to do on opening EndNote is create a file to store your references in. This is known as the library. On Windows computers, you'll find that you'll be prompted to create a library. On a Mac, it won't be obvious that EndNote is open, so look for an EndNote toolbar at the very top of your screen and select File and New to create that library. It will be called My EndNote Library by default, but you can change that if you wish. It's very important that you don't store that file on a cloud location, so don't save it to OneDrive or iCloud. If you decide to save it, say on your desktop, make sure that that's not being automatically backed up to the cloud as well. And this is because your file could get corrupted over time if it is stored on the cloud. If you have issues using EndNote via Apps Anywhere, or you want to be able to use it when you're not connected to the internet, you will need to request the software and install it on your computer. You can get the software from our colleagues in Digital Technology Services by going via their website. Once you have the email with the product key, you then go to Apps Anywhere, and instead of launching the software, click on the arrow to the right of Launch and click Download. Install EndNote using the downloaded files and paste in the product key you received from DTS when prompted. As your file is stored on your own computer, it's vulnerable if something were to happen to your computer. So to give you peace of mind that your work won't be lost, we recommend setting up an online backup through EndNote itself. You do this through clicking on the Library Status option at the top left of the menu and then Configure Sync. Because this is likely to be the first time you're having an EndNote Online account, just click on the Sign Up option here. Fill in an email address, and we recommend you use a personal email address just in case you want to continue using EndNote Online once you leave the university, and you'll be able to get password reminders sent to you. So fill in your email address. You'll then be prompted to create a password as well. Don't use your university password, use a different one. And once you've done that and you've submitted your details, you'll be prompted to log in using that email address and the password you just created. And then that will all be syncing to the cloud, EndNote's cloud, and it will ensure that you have a backup. So if anything were to happen to your computer, you just need to reinstall EndNote, go to the library status option and just log in with the same credentials you created in this first step. That's the basics of using EndNote. Move on to our other 3 videos to learn about how you get references into EndNote, how you manage your references, and how you can work with PDFs within EndNote, and finally inserting citations and references in Word documents.